What's up, guys? Good to see you. Welcome to day 15 of the 21-day war on sugar. I feel unstoppable today, man. Sugar is on its knees, pleading for mercy, but I will not give it to it. It feels good just kicking it out, man, completely. I've also now vlogged 15 days in a row. Round of applause for me, please. That's actually very, very, very exciting. It's a big accomplishment for me. I kind of hit my stride. I'm feeling comfortable. Editing is getting easier and easier, but today's gonna be a really fun day. Obviously, I'm gonna go work out. Obviously, I'm not gonna eat any sugar. And I get to talk to a guy named Sahil. He is from India. He's a keto influencer over there. We're gonna chit chat about keto here in about
12 seconds later.
Nice to meet you, my friend.
Nice to meet you too, man. What's up? What's going on?
Nothing, man. I'm vlogging right now, so say what's up to my people.
Hey, hi everyone. This is Sahil.
Sahil, tearing up the game over there in India, bro. I'm excited to talk with you, man. Are you pumped for this?
Yeah, man, absolutely. I mean, as a matter of fact, you're the first person I found on YouTube when I started my keto journey.
Awesome.
And, it's, regardless how toxic and turvy the journey has been for me, you have been like that one beacon of hope that I've had,
It's awesome.
Toward the end of the day, yeah.
Well, I'm proud of it, man. I like that fact because all I had to do was help you, and now you're out there helping other people. So that's awesome. Guys, listen, I'm going to have this conversation with this gentleman right here, talking all things keto. I want to put the link in the description of my video so that you can go check out his YouTube channel and watch our conversation there. So I'll be right back.
1 hour later.
All right, that interview is over. Fantastic questions. My man Sahil making moves. I like working with young people like Sahil. He's 24 years old. He's on a mission to spread the word. He puts out great content, guys. I'm actually very excited for you to watch this interview, so make sure you click the link in the description below to watch the video between myself and Sahil. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. He's got big things coming. So now we are hanging out here watching Paxton color / hit the easel. We're gonna go to the bookstore and get our knowledge on. Here is the book that I'm currently reading by Gary Taubes, The Case Against Sugar. It is phenomenal. Coconuts for Your Health. All right, looks like Blast the Sugar Out. Who's this by? Ian Smith. I've never heard of Ian Smith, but he's anti-sugar, so right on. Become a fat-burning machine. Interesting. Lose the belly, end sugar cravings, gain energy. Overcome metabolic syndrome. All right. I wonder if... Oh, look at this page. Do calories counts? It says, there's one thing I never measure. Calories. Let me explain. Pick up the book for the explanation. Oh boy. Look what we have here. This stuck out. Eat less salts. And look who is at the top. Yo, check this out. Keto for Cancer. It says ketogenic metabolic therapy as a targeted nutritional strategy. This looks interesting. What is this? Primal Fat Burner. Live longer, slow aging, superpower your brain, and save your life with a high-fat, low-carb paleo diet. Yo, I'm trying to find the ketogenic Bible that my boy Ryan Lowry and Jacob Wilson wrote, but I think they're out of it, which is a good sign for you guys. Zero sugar diet. What's your poo telling you? Floaters versus sinkers, monster poo, pebble poo, hanging chad, pooforia, the honeymoon's over poo. Hilarious. Sugar shock, how sweets and simple carbs can derail your life and how you can get back on track. The bread Bible. Look how big it is. I guarantee you have diabetes after you finish this book. Oh, what is this? Butter, a rich history. That's a big book all devoted to butter, man. Smart Fat. We got the ketogenic diet, the scientifically proven approach to fast, healthy weight loss. Fat Chance. Keto in 28. Okay, so I've actually heard Joseph Mercola speak at a convention. He's a super knowledgeable guy. His book here, Fat for Fuel. Keto Reset Diet. This is the girl that was on Good Morning America. Suzanne Ryan, Today Show. Simply Keto. There we go. The Big 15 Ketogenic Diet Cookbook. The Deliciously Keto Cookbook. Dang, I can't believe how many cookbooks there are for keto. Easy ketogenic diet, slow cooking.
Martin to cash up, please. Martin to cash up.
The Complete Ketogenic Diet for Beginners. Geez, I need to write a cookbook, yo. The Ketogenic Cleanse. Keto Comfort Foods. The Keto Guidebook. Yo, let me say this. When I first started the ketogenic diet, there was like no books about keto, especially not cookbooks and things like that. I think the first book that I came across was Jimmy Moore's. And now it's just mind-blowing how many keto books there are and how many cookbooks there are. I think it's absolutely awesome, man. Keto is definitely going mainstream. So I'm gonna pick a few things out here and then I'll see you guys when I get back home.
Come here, Pax.
Okay, back at home now. I am going to go out to lunch with a good friend of mine named Tom. He is a high-level executive at a hospital here in Colorado. He's a fantastic person. I love meeting with him, picking his brain. He excels in leadership. He works for a hospital system that employs like 30,000 people. So I'm gonna pick his brain about a lot of different things. It's always good to surround yourself with people that are smarter than you. We're going to a very nice restaurant called Hillstone. It's gonna be hard for me to take you guys with me, but I will try and show you my meal. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to meet Uncle Tom. Tom is family. So look, Tom is obviously, like I told you guys, high up in the health field. So he just gave me incredible news. Apparently, the calories in, calories out theory, I was right. So quickly explain to everybody.
So the Journal of American Medical Association basically came out and put two groups on two diets. One was low fat, the other was low carb. And inherently by doing that type of work, both groups ate fewer calories, but they weren't consumed by counting calories and figuring out what's what. So there was also literature in there that was saying that metabolic rate is so difficult to measure that it's almost impossible to figure out what calorie burn is.
Yes, exactly. That's what, okay. So thank you.
It's in JAMA this month if you want the literature.
All right.
Physician approved.
I'll try and find the article and put it in the description below.
Yeah.
So we are going to look over this amazing menu and have some food. All right, guys, so this is what's called pork green chili. It's big time in Denver. And my boy Tom has got a wedge salad with blue cheese, bacon, oh, some avocados. That looks so good. I miss cheese. Thank you very much. Look at that magic. So in my new program, which you can pick up at KetoQuest.com, I cover the top 10 reasons why I personally do not track calories. But before I get into this list here really quick, I want to come clean, and I've done this before. I came out with a program a long time ago called Keto Cycle. It was very, very successful. When I was designing that program, I consulted with other people in the fitness industry, and they all said this: listen, man, if you don't put a calorie recommendation in there, you're going to get a lot of backlash. People are going to want their money back. At that time, I was very anti-counting calories, and it scared me so much that I just kind of sold out, to be honest with you. And what I did was I scoured the internet to find the magic formula, to find the magic calorie number, and I was getting discouraged because I was coming across all different types of formulas. There wasn't a single formula that was consistent with another one that I found. It was all complete madness to me. Like, I couldn't even figure it out for myself. So finally what I did was I took an average of all these different formulas I found on the internet, boiled it down to a simple mathematical equation, and then put it in the hands of other people. I regret that decision a lot. I regretted it so much that I pulled the entire program off the market, off the internet, and replaced it with a new program. But I just want to say, like, you know, I believe in this so much, and that I'm willing to ditch an entire program I spent 6 months writing just because I made that mistake. All right, guys, let's get into this. This is my quick top 10 reasons why you don't need to count calories on a ketogenic diet. The number one reason is because you will experience a reduction in appetite while you are in ketosis. It's the very first thing you notice. You have no appetite whatsoever. It's actually very, very strange. The reason is because your body is able to mobilize its own body fat. You're able to burn your own fat, which decreases the demand for you to have to go out and get food. If you just listen to that impulse, you will naturally just eat less food throughout the day. Number 2, fat is very satiating. This is something I found out the hard way during my 4,000 calorie 21-day challenge. It's extremely hard to overeat on the ketogenic diet because of the fat content. Fat just has a way of stopping you dead in your tracks. It's almost like the body has this primal mechanism that says, okay, we're done. And the good thing is you can listen to that. When you're running on carbs, you know, you don't get that signal. You could just eat and eat and eat. For example, if I slid a plate of pancakes in front of you, you're gonna crush them all. If I slid a plate of steaks in front of you, you're gonna have a hard time. Number 3 is obvious. A calorie is not a calorie, no matter what anybody says. Protein, carbs, and fats have very different impacts on your blood sugar and insulin levels. For example, if I ate 2,000 calories worth of eggs, it would be very different than if I ate 2,000 calories worth of ice cream. Number 4, it's a hormone imbalance problem, not an energy imbalance problem. Hormones drive everything about you. Serotonin, dopamine, testosterone, estrogen, adrenaline, cortisol. All of these hormones regulate your entire body. Insulin is the primary hormone that regulates fat accumulation. So no matter how many calories you're eating, it's always going to come down to insulin and regulating hormones. That's why carbohydrates are so dangerous, because they cause such a huge spike in blood sugar. And when you spike blood sugar, that triggers the release of insulin. When insulin's in your bloodstream, it is storing fat. Now, many people have a hormone disorder called insulin resistance. It's essentially the inability for the body to process carbohydrates effectively, meaning if they eat just a small amount of carbs, it's going to cause a huge impact on insulin levels. Eventually, insulin resistance can lead to things like diabetes. Number 5, you move less when you eat less. A lot of trainers at the gym, and I've covered this before, they'll tell you that a pound of fat weighs 3,500 calories, right? And that if you want to lose a pound a week, you just need to undereat by 500 calories a day. So 500 calories a day times 7 days a week equals 3,500, or 1 pound of fat. The problem with that is they're assuming that you are gonna burn the same amount of energy every single day throughout the week. Obviously, that's not true. And when you undereat, when you starve yourself, your energy levels plummet. Trust me, I used to be a wrestler and I starved myself to death for half my life, and my energy was always tanked, rock bottom. So if you're gonna starve yourself, you're gonna work out less, therefore move less. Interestingly enough, they've done lab rat studies where they have starved rats. You know what those rats do? They sit there and they don't move a single muscle in an effort to conserve energy. Number 6, your system is regulated. This is not the case when you are running on carbohydrates. When you're running on carbs, your blood sugar goes up, your insulin goes up, and it all comes crashing down. You go out to find food, it goes up again, comes back down again. It's basically like the life of a drug addict, all right? The drugs are up, you're good, you're good, you're good. All comes crashing down, you panic, and you run out to find more drugs. That's a huge problem. That is something that you're able to avoid on the ketogenic diet. Your hormones are completely regulated. Your system is firing on all cylinders. Everything is clicking. You're not dumping a bunch of crap in your body. And for that, your body's able to go long periods of time without eating, and you don't have these like hunger cravings every 2 or 3 hours. Number 7 comes in the form of a question. If you're watching this right now and you believe wholeheartedly that I'm full of shit and that you're right, and you are putting people on a caloric restricted diet, I have one question for you. How many calories did you burn yesterday? Simple question, right? You know how many you took in because you used that mathematical formula, but how many did you burn yesterday? And you need to know that number because it's half the equation, right? I challenge you and say that there's no way in hell you know how many calories you burn every day. I have an Apple Watch too. It's not accurate. It just runs off GPS. It doesn't know how many calories I'm sitting here burning while I'm talking to you right now. But you need to have that number if you're gonna know if you're in a caloric restriction or a caloric surplus. And here's the thing. Even if you do have that answer and you do come to me and say, I know exactly how many calories I burned, how many I took in, therefore I know I'm in a caloric restriction. Okay, congratulations. Guess what? That number, calories out, is gonna change on a daily basis. So that means you must formulate and calculate your calorie goal on a daily basis. Number 8, quality creates quantity. I've said this before. When you feed your body the right types of foods, it will tell you on a daily basis how many calories it needs, what the quantity of energy that it needs, all right? And it's up to you to just listen to that and trust it. And it's gonna vary every single day. Some days, after a leg day, for example, I'm gonna eat 3,000, 3,500 calories. My body wants to build muscle, it needs to replace energy, and as long as I feed it the right types of foods, I'm gonna keep blood sugar and insulin levels under control, and everything's gonna be fine. Some days when I rest from the gym, I notice that my energy levels or my energy demand is down, so I eat less food. Sometimes like I'll come in at 1,500 calories. No matter where I'm at on the calorie scale, I'm always making sure that I focus on feeding my body the right quality of foods. Number 9 is simple. It's not sustainable. I know this for a fact. Like I said, I spent half my life starving myself. Does it work? Hell yeah, it works. Is it sustainable? It's the farthest thing from it. There is nobody that can continually starve themselves for long periods of time. That's why I always caution people about being realistic with your goal, giving yourself time and patience. Because what I think people do is they get impatient, right? They want the results now. And in order to do that, they're willing to starve themselves. So that's great. You can do that if you want. You can starve yourself. You can get to that goal. But I promise you, as soon as you hit that goal, you're not going to stay there for very long. You're going to rebound and you're going to end up going back to where you started. And number 10 is obvious as well. Starvation is not healthy, and it makes me sad to see how many people are undergoing starvation strategies in order to lose weight. As a former wrestler, I know that it has serious repercussions on your metabolism, on your mood, on your overall sense of well-being, on your relationship to food, on your relationships with others. It is just all around a very dangerous game, one that you will suffer for in the end. You might not realize it like when you're in the process of doing it, but I promise you it has catastrophic effects on your body. So if you are out there starving yourself, I highly recommend you do a little bit more research and understand that it's not necessary, that you can effectively lose fat just by focusing on eating better types of foods. And it doesn't have to be some miserable experience trying to lose weight. You just got to give yourself time. Okay, so that concludes the top 10 reasons why I do not track calories. Obviously, I'm anxious and interested to see your guys' comments on it. Leave them in the comments section below. I think open discussion and dialogue is good. Everybody, like I said, if you're counting calories and you're getting results, that's fine. I respect you. Please don't take this personally. Whatever you have to do to get results, like I say, the ends justify the means. So that is a wrap on today's video, guys. Thank you for hanging out with us today. Carly and I are going to prepare Paxton's dinner for tonight. I am very satiated from the steak and broccoli and the keto coffee, so I'll probably just skip dinner tonight. Maybe later I'll eat a little bit of a snack, some macadamia nuts. I don't know. I'm just going to let my body decide. But listen, tomorrow is day 16 of the 21-day war on sugar. If you guys are fighting the war on sugar along with me, I hope you stay strong. Sugar doesn't stand a chance, guys. As always, keep up the good work and much love.